Hello friends, Stephanie here. Welcome to Mindful Monday. In today's Total Body Flow, we're going to get out of the thinking head and into the moving body by going through a quick round of the thing sequence in this Happy Builder series so that one, we can get kind of an idea, a framework of what we're working towards in this series, and two, this is also a checkpoint for you to come back and see your progress throughout the journey in building up a habit that is best for you. So today you don't really need anything other than a practice space and a mat and yourself. And also today I have prepared a blanket just because I like it underneath my knees to soften the blow. So optional, you don't need it. If you don't have it or don't want it, it's totally fine. But either way, grab your gears, prep your space, and I will see you on the mat. If you have a blanket, I would place it somewhere behind the midline of your mat because most of the time our knees are a little bit behind the midline. So this is the easiest way to find padding for your knees throughout the journey. And from here, let's today start in a seated position on our toes. So once you find your blanket position, find your knees on the mat, tuck your toes underneath your hips, and then sit back. Find your hips grounding solidly onto your heels. And make sure that your ankles are not circling outwards, meaning that you are sitting very straightforward up on top of your heels rather than kind of like putting yourself in between your ankles, because you will notice the weight distribution in your toes, and we want it to be as even as humanly possible in this moment. And once you find your toes position, your hip position, simply close your eyes and rub your palms on your thighs a few times, just so that we can create a bit of heat in our palms through friction, through gentle movements to wake up the palms, the shoulders. And when you are ready, scoop that energy in between your palms, hands together, and grab everything to your heart center. Take an inhale, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale also out through the nose. And from here, on your next inhale, reach the arms up. Eyes open or close. And exhale, bend into the elbows, cactus the elbows. Bring them down to the outside and to the behind of your back. Inhale, reach. Maybe gaze up if the neck allows. And exhale, squeeze into the shoulder blade, cactus the elbows. Inhale, reach, waking up the shoulders, waking up the upper body. Exhale, bend and squeeze. Inhale, reach and look up. And exhale, squeeze in and slide them in. Find that sliding motion between your shoulder blades and slide them down. Last round here, inhale, reach. And exhale again, bring everything to heart center. And now set an intention for your practice, either today or how you would like this Happy Builder series to become your own unique journey. And so from here, take the next moment of silence for yourself to set up the intention. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, lean yourself forward, release the toes, tap them on the mat a few times to release the tension. And then we will meet in tabletop. But today, before we get started, let's talk about the hem position because, well, it's not a daily action that we do engage in, putting our hands on the ground. So once we do it on the mat, let's get into the proper form so that we can build space and strength into our shoulders and upper body more effectively and efficiently without hurting ourselves. So the way you do it, placing your hands on the mat, is when you put it on the floor, imagine the floor is in front of you, instead of just straight forward, I want you to externally rotate the upper arm so that and that also kind of connects the forearm and bring the entire arm outwards. But the action starts from your upper back. And once you have that, that's me in tabletop. Once you have that external rotation and placing the your body weight on your palms, you can feel a sense of push in the shoulder blades. And that's exactly what we are looking for. And it's the same in tabletop, in downward facing dog. Whenever you put your hands on the mat, we want this external rotation and this gentle push to kind of like clock it into your shoulder blades. So in your tabletop position, let's today start in circling over our wrists. Clockwise, counterclockwise. There's no rule in which direction you should be going right now, as long as you can find a bit of spinal freedom in yourself. And so clockwise, counterclockwise, find balance, find your movement, find your freedom in this moment, and simply just roll. You can even do a few rounds of cat-cow if that feels good. So inhale, push, and lift the tailbone up. And exhale, push and rounding to your shoulders, your spine, tuck the tailbone in. Inhale, push and lift. And exhale, push and round. And from here, tuck the back toes and lift the hips up. Push back into the palms the same way you did in tabletop position. And engage your forearms, your upper arms. Squeeze them close towards your shoulders without shrugging your shoulder into your ears. So there's a squeeze in motion and then push out motion in your shoulders in downward facing dog. And from here, bring your gaze to your toes. Paddle the feet one time at a time by bringing the heel down one at a time, stretching out the back line of our body, all the way from the crown of the head, through the spine, and out through the tailbone, and then trickling down from our shin, from our hamstring, our shin, all the way down into the heel. And when you are ready, on your next inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. And exhale, bend into both knees and step the right foot outside of your right hand. Drop the back knee and reach the right arm up. Twist the lizard lunge. Twist open through mid-back. Reach a little bit taller with your right fingertips. And exhale, plant the palms. Tuck the back toes and then push the hips back to find your extended pyramid pose. Your heels may not be on the floor. That is okay. But whatever you do, let's find a length in our spine. So you can walk the fingertips towards yourself underneath your shoulders if it gives it a gentle lift, or you can place your blocks underneath your shoulder as long as you can find straight line in the spine. Straight-ish, long is what we're going for. And when you are ready, plant the palms, step forward, active squat. In this first active squat of the day, gently sway side to side and simply just take a notice of where your hips are today and the range of motion it's giving you today. Every day it's different. So that's why we need to build a habit of this introspection and this interaction with our own mind and body so that we can know where we are every single day. And from here, press to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, push the hips forward ever so slightly. Exhale, sit back, active squat. Inhale, plant the palms, step the left foot and then the right foot back to your downward facing dog. Second side, inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend into both knees, trickle forward, bring your left foot forward outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Twist open, see if you can reach your right lung towards the side of the body just slightly more. That's where the action is coming from your mid-back. Yeah. And then on your next inhale, plant the palms, tuck the back toes, and then push the hips up. Extended pyramid pose. You can wiggle the hips side to side to find that length of that line of tension in the inner side of your thigh, left thigh. And on your next inhale, step forward, active squat. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back this time, and then the left. Back to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, on your next inhale, lift the heel, bend the knee, look slightly forward, and roll yourself forward into plank pose. Take a push up, drop the knees, and the elbows, bring your hips back, and inhale, pull upward facing dog, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Amazing work. Now that we are back to where we started, let's get started in flowing into the theme sequence of this Habit Builder series. I'm very excited to be sharing this sequence with you. So when you are ready, keep your palms glued onto the mat and start to slowly walk your feet forward, one step at a time. Bend into the knees if that gives you a bit more space in finding these baby steps forward. But whatever you do, hands on the mat. 10 baby steps. I'm almost there. For the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bend into the knees a lot in this forward fold so that you can find the connection between your belly and your thigh. And simply just let yourself forward fold into yourself. And then once you find the body and once you find the belly and thigh connection, you can then start straightening the legs by lifting the tailbone up. And then from here, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, slowly unravel your spine, open up. And once you reach the top, reach the arms up towards the sky. Push the hips forward ever so slightly. And exhale. Bring everything to heart center. Take an inhale and exhale, just to let yourself observe this sway, this imbalance between all directions, and notice how there is always a force coming in from within to pull you back into the center. And on your next inhale, reach the arms up, sit the hips back, chair pose. And exhale, hands to heart center, shift the weight to the right foot and push up. Left knee to your chest. Inhale for preparation. Exhale, push everything out, find your balance. Inhale, bring everything in, kick the left heel back, and maybe visit crouching warrior on your way and gently land the left toes down towards the mat. Reach the arms up, crescent pose. Exhale, bend into the elbows, cactus the elbows as you bend the left knee in towards yourself, hovering the knee just a couple inches off the mat. Inhale, push and reach up. Exhale, squeeze in and bend into the left knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. 2 more rounds just like that. Inhale, reach and kick. Exhale, bend and hover. Last one here. Inhale, reach and kick. Exhale, bend, and on your next inhale, reach up, and exhale, pivot the left heel into the midline and split the arms forward and back to find your warrior 2. And in warrior 2, your feet can be heel to heel or heel to arch alignment, whichever gives you stability in the hips, in the stance. That's where you should be going now. And then from here, reach the right arm forward, left arm back. Gaze slightly past your right fingertips and above the horizon, just so slightly, and reach your right knee towards where your gaze is going at. So when you are ready, on your next inhale, windmill the left palm down. You can drop the left knee and kick the right foot back to find your side plank on the knee. Or if it's in your practice, all the way from low lunge, simply roll over to the outer edge of the left foot and stack the right foot on top of the left and push the hips up to find your side plank and hold it up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring right knee to your chest, slightly, gently step it forward. Pivot the left heel down again. Bring your right elbow on top of your right thigh and reach the left fingertips up and over your left ear. And reach as you inhale and exhale. Maybe settle more into the hips. Find more stretch into the side of the body. And then on your next inhale, return to center. Bring the hands down. And then big step forward to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to go to the second side. On your next inhale, reach up and sit back to your chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Weight shift to the left. And press to stand. Right knee to chest. Find your balance on your inhale. And exhale, push everything out. Inhale, bring everything in. Kick the right heel back. And maybe visit crouching warrior on the way. And then gently land the right toes back down. Reach the arms up. Crescent pose. Exhale, bend into the elbows. And then the right knee, hovering just a couple inches off the mat. Inhale, reach and kick back. Exhale, bend, slide, and hover. Inhale, reach and kick back. Exhale, bend, bringing everything in. Inhale, reach and kick back. Exhale, bend. Last round here. Inhale, reach and kick. Exhale, bend. Amazing work. Last round when you reach up. And exhale, pivot the right heel towards the middle. Split the arms open wide into your warrior two. Amazing work. Same action, just different side. Engage the left knee slightly more than you desire. Push into the pinky side of the right foot just a little bit more to balance yourself out. And reach forward and back. Warrior two is all about perseverance and resilience. So, on your next inhale, maybe lift up a little bit through the crown of your head. And exhale, let yourself settle in just ever so slightly. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, plant the right palm. Again, drop the right knee if this is more of your physicality. Or simply roll over to the outer edge of the right foot and stack the left foot on top. And kick your hips up towards the sky. Push into the palms as well as into the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your left knee to your chest and gently roll yourself forward. And pivot the right heel down. Left forearm find the thigh and reach the right fingertips forward to cover up your right ear. Side angle on your knees. So simply just reach with every breath. Reaching to the fingertips, push into the outer edge of the right foot, and exhale. Last inhale. And exhale. Return to center. Plant the palms for support and simply take a big step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Amazing work. And we're gonna go through the same sequence, one more round, same thing, but at pace. So, speed it up a little bit. So when you are ready, inhale, reach the arms up, sit the hips back, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, press to stand, left knee to chest. Inhale for balance. Exhale, push everything out. Inhale, bring it in, kick the left heel back, and then maybe find your crouching warrior on the way, and then gently land the left toes down to the mat. Reach the arms up. And exhale, bend into the elbows, tuck the back knee. Inhale, reach, and kick into the left heel. Exhale, bend into the knees and the elbows. Inhale, reach into the fingertips, into the left heel. Exhale, bend. Last round here. Inhale, reach, find your balance, engage the front knee, and exhale, bend. Inhale, reach up, kick back. Exhale, reach forward and back as you pivot the left heel into the center. Inhale, and exhale. Settle into your warrior two by pulling your right knee forward ever so slightly. On your next inhale, plant the left palm, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, stack the right on top, and push and lift. Side plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to chest. Gently roll yourself forward, step it forward. Left heel down. Right forearm onto the thigh. Reach the left fingertips up and over your ears for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Plant the palms. Roll forward and step forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Next, inhale, reach up, sit back, chair pose. Last side here today. Inhale, hands to heart center, weight to the left. Bring your right knee to your chest as you step up. Inhale for balance. Exhale, push everything out. Inhale, bring it in, kick the right heel back towards the mat. Crouching warrior on the way, and gently land the right toes down. Reach up, crescent pose. Exhale, bend into the knee and the elbows. Inhale, reach and kick back. Exhale, bend everything down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Last 2 rounds. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Keep the hip position where they are as you reach forward and kick the right heel back. And exhale, right heel to the middle. Arms forward and back. Warrior 2. Engage the right knee ever so slightly more. And then counter the pulling forward force by kicking into the outer side of the back foot. And when you are ready, plant the right palm. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot and step the left foot up. Kick up into your hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left knee to your chest. Gently roll yourself forward, step it forward. Left heel down the midline, forearm to your thigh. Reach the left fingertips all the way from the back to the top, covering your right ear. And reach and settle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing work. Bring yourself forward and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Push the hips forward and exhale. Hands to heart center. We return to the beginning position of our flow and simply let yourself settle into this reaction or response in your body to the flow, whatever it is. Maybe you're sweating vigorously like I am right now in the middle of winter, that is. Or your heart rate is up, your body is really active during this time. And now let's simply calm it down. And when you're ready, keep your eyes closed, hands to heart center. Trust your balance, trust your sense of self by lifting your heels up. Stand onto your tippy toes. Feel the imbalance. Feel how you can bring yourself up. Channel your inner ballerina with the eyes closed. And then gently bend into the knees. Softly lower your hips all the while carrying the upper body straight down into the mat. And then from here, simply roll over to your back. When you're on your back, gently find your back on the mat. We will go through a few rounds of bridge pose just to bring everything in. So when you are ready, fingertips touching the back of the heels. That's about the length of our stance in bridge. And from here, simply tuck the belly in, engage the core, and lift the hips up. Interlace the fingers behind your back, and then squeeze the shoulder heads down yourself. Give yourself a bit more space as you lift the hips up. And we will hold it in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And Just take a couple breaths to recenter yourself, settle the mind, settle the breath, and let the practice sort of just start taking its effect on you. Last effort of today, bridge or wheel. If you're going up to bridge, again, find your feet position and then bridge the hips up. And if you're going up to a wheel, place your palms next to your ears. And then from here, simply same action in bridge. I want you to tuck into the toes, lift the hips up, and then maybe push all the way up to a wheel pose. And you can hold it up in your bridge or wheel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Amazing work. Place one palm on your belly, the other on your chest, and bring the feet out wide, knock the knees in. Inhale. And exhale. Through the connection between your palms and your body and your knees, feel this sense of center right here, right now. Everything is coming into the middle, coming into the center, coming into the balance that suits you of the moment. So just let yourself the time, the space to really take it in. No judgment, no right or wrong. If you got through the entire class without any trouble, congratulations, that's amazing. And if it was a little bit more laboring than you expected, that is okay. That just means there's room for growth. And then either case, you can choose to stay in this position, or you can reach the legs long, arms out wide, and simply just breathe in this Shavasana. Let the sweats drip. Let your heart rate gently slow down back to neutral. Total body flow opens up the body entirely while giving our heart a bit of a workout. And that's the goal of today's flow. Simply in Shavasana, just breathe in. Let your thoughts just come in and out. Like clouds in the sky. You cannot control where they come from, where they're going. You can simply just lay here and observe. Again, feel free to stay in this Shavasana for maybe another 3 or 5 minutes to really take in today's practice, today's sequence. And again, this is just the beginning of our Happy Builder series. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've responded well to this sequence, to this flow. And I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Until then, thank you and namaste.